The regular town board meeting, May 13th, 2013, time 7 p.m. at the Altona Town Hall, Altona, New York. Supervisor Ross called the meeting to order. Pledge of Allegiance and board members present. Supervisor Larry Ross, council members Jeannie Bushy, Ronnie Labarge, Herbert Tarian, Joey Snide. Others present, Deputy Supervisor Ellen Montgomery, Attorney Joseph Lavarando, Highway Superintendent Fred Tarian. Minutes of the April 8th, 2013 meeting were read and accepted. Motion by Jeannie, seconded by Ronnie. Vote all ayes. Resolution number 33, Town Insurance. Motion by Herb, seconded by Joey. The motion is adopted. Brian Lapierre from NBT Lattimore Insurance attended the meeting with a presentation for the town board explaining town coverage offered by his company. Supervisor Ross was authorized to sign the agreement following a review with Fred Tarian, Highway Superintendent, as to the listing of town equipment to assure that all items were included. Vote all ayes. Resolution number 34, Co-Chairs Youth Commission. Motion by Joey, seconded by Ronnie. The motion was adopted. The board approved the appointment of Mindy Guerin and Deanne Gregory as co-chairs for the Youth Commission for the 2013 year. Vote all ayes. Resolution number 35, Youth Commission appointments. Motion by Ronnie, seconded by Jeannie. The motion was adopted. Approval was given for the new member appointments to finish out current 3-year terms. Jason Bushy to replace Jamie Labarge, ending 12/31/2014. Steve Thune to replace Kim Lajway, term ending 12/31/2013. Vote all ayes. Resolution number 36, Baseball Tournament. Motion by Joey, seconded by Ronnie. Motion was adopted. Permission is granted to the Terry Brunel Tournament Committee to hold a tournament on July 13th, 2013, as long as it does not interfere with any other scheduling at the park. This fundraiser is a benefit for our youth and will be played by the Pee Wee boys. Vote Larry, Herb, Ronnie, and Joey yes. Jeannie abstain. Resolution number 37, Concession Stand. Motion by Herb, seconded by Jeannie. Supervisor Ross is authorized to sign a lease agreement with John Fensky to operate the concession stand at Feinberg Park for the 2013 season. The town did not receive any bids on the concession stand ad that appeared in the Press Republican on April 14th, 2013, with a deadline on April 29th, 2013. Mr. Fensky approached Mr. Ross after that date with an offer of $800 to be paid at the end of the season. He will maintain a $1 million liability insurance coverage upon the signing of the lease. Marie Wolvers presented a petition signed by residents of Station Street requesting the resurfacing of their street. She stated the former highway superintendent had promised them that that would happen. Mr. Fred Tarian, our current superintendent, explained that priorities given to roads that had been repaired up to this point were done to protect the road equipment from damage to the town vehicles. Mr. Ross stated work on the roads would progress as money became available. Resolution number 38, Supervisor's Report. Motion by Joey, seconded by Ronnie. The motion was adopted. To accept the Supervisor's Report as presented. Vote all ayes. Resolution number 39, Approval of Bills. Motion by Herb, seconded by Ronnie. The motion was adopted. To pay the bills as presented. General Fund, $31,181.53. Highway Fund, $12,861.99. Total, $44,043.52. Vote all ayes. Motion to adjourn by Joey, seconded by Jeannie. Vote all ayes. Respectfully submitted, Carol Relation, Town Clerk. The special town board meeting, date May 30th, 2013, time 7 p.m. at the Altona Town Hall, Altona, New York. Supervisor Ross called the meeting to order. Pledge of Allegiance, board members present. Supervisor Larry Ross, council members Jeannie Bushy, Ronnie Labarge, Herbert Tarian, Joey Snide. Others present, Deputy Supervisor Ellen Montgomery, Attorney Joseph Lavarando. Resolution number 40, Executive Session. Motion by Jeannie, seconded by Ronnie. The motion was adopted. The board went into executive session at 7:03 p.m. Vote all ayes. Resolution number 41, return from executive session. Motion by Joey, seconded by Herb. The motion was adopted. Executive session ended 7:55 p.m. Vote all ayes. Resolution number 42, employee dismissed. Motion by Ronnie, seconded by Jeannie. The motion adopted. Danielle Purrier has been dismissed as secretary to the supervisor and clerk to the assessor, effective as of this date, May 30th, 2013. Vote all ayes. Resolution number 43, engage temporary replacement. Motion by Jeannie, seconded by Ronnie. Motion adopted. The supervisor is authorized to replace the position not to exceed 40 hours per week. Vote all ayes. Motion to adjourn by Jeannie, seconded by Ronnie. The vote all ayes. Respectfully submitted, Carol Relation, Town Clerk.
Make a motion to accept the minutes as read. Actually, I don't.
And a vote, please. Herb?
Yes.
Jeannie?
Yes.
Larry?
Yes.
Joey?
Yes.
Ronnie?
Yes.
Okay, first thing on the agenda, Judge Bilo's annual report.
I'd like to thank the board for having me here this evening. As required by state law, I have to give a report every year as to my financial accountability. This evening I brought my checkbook, my deposit books for this past year, along with my monthly bank statements, along with my court dockets. I'll give them to you so that you can review them as you see fit.
The auditors just finished with your books, right, Alan?
Excuse me?
The auditors just finished with your books, too, didn't they?
Yes, the auditors were there. There was one comment made to the clerk in that, in my checking, I only have one checking account, and I deposit both my fees and fines and penalties, along with my bail funds, all in the same account. It was recommended that we have two accounts for that. I'm considering it, but there's not an awful lot of money that runs through that bail account, and I have it documented on a sheet where the bail came from and where it goes to, so I take it under advisement, depending on what happens in the final report. When the auditors give it back, I'll determine whether I need to do that or not. I also have, there's an annual audit checklist that's provided by the
Yep.
state. I've completed that also.
This seems to be here. Oh, I know. Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
The auditors looked at this, I don't think we're gonna find anything. No, walk through it. I think they did a neat job, they look good, all put together.
A lot of accounting to it.
There it is.
Passing it up.
And you wanna see them on, on top, on that. Hey, Darryl.
Good job, Darryl. I always look at that.
That's right.
I don't think that's right.
That goes on top of that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like they're accounting.
That's the look at.
That's the clock
I'll
out.
copy it.
That's if you want.
You check I'm all set.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put you back in order here, okay?
They think.
All right, looks to be in pretty good shape, so.
If you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to entertain them. If not, at any time, if you have any questions about it, just let me know.
Thank you.
Thanks, Alan.
Thank you.
I'll take care of that, and get that copy to you.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you.
I want it noted in the minutes that they presented their, presented their annual report. Okay. Next thing on there is Time Warner. Get that far first here. They're due to renew in September, Time Warner is, and of course, they started the process. They sent us a check here, franchise fee payment, so we got a check for $1,607.52. A copy of the check here for you to look at. What's that? Yeah. Okay, just for your information there, and then on this, last sheet, they're going from, let me get this right, analog channels to digital. And they've started the process a while ago, and they're, some of the channels are trying to get it so they're on the same numbers, but they may not be able to do that in the end, but just so you know, it says for limited customers that don't have, let me back up. The majority of our customers have already participated in previous digital conversions. Those remaining customers not subscribing to digital services will need digital equipment, for example, a television equipped with QAM tuner, a DA or a cable card equipped UVCP to view these channels, and that's one of those, what's that? Let's see. Digital cable product is UDCP, and digital adapter is DA. For the limited customers who do not already have digital equipment, we will, upon request, offer digital equipment and remote controls in order for those customers may continue to have access to the PEG channels. Customers should contact TWC by September 23rd, 2013 to obtain DAs and remote controls at no cost until December 31st, 2014. Beginning January 2015, each adapter will cost 99 cents per month, just as in the case today. No customer will be required to subscribe to a tier higher than the DSD in order to continue to view the PEG channels. I would ask that you or your designee contact me as soon as possible so that we can identify any equipment needs you may have in order to ensure a smooth transition from your account. Okay, so what they're doing is going from analog to digital. And the reason is it takes up less room on them. So just so you know, and then if you need to have that equipment, you can get a hold of them. They got a telephone number and a website here for you. So anybody that thinks they may need that, they can get it from us. Okay. Sorry about all those acronyms there. I don't know what they all stand for yet. Sounds pretty important, though. Assessor, a spot on for assessor, just to let you know that we're at 100% still in our town, which is great. That's what keeping us in pretty good shape. Clinton County Health Department, we have the WIC contracts to sign, and for them to have the use of our hall here, and they want us to sign these two contracts, or vouchers, what they actually are. So I need a motion of the board to sign the WIC services.
I make a motion to.
I'll second it.
How often do they use it? Was that once a week? Once a month?
Once a month, and it's $150 each of these.
Okay.
Or is it the whole time? The whole thing, I guess that's just a copy. $150 is what they
Is
get.
that contract that comes with?
No, that's it right there, vouchers, not contract. And we need a vote on it.
And a vote, please. Joey?
Yes.
Larry?
Yes.
Jeannie?
Yes.
Herb?
Yes.
Ronnie?
Yes.
I need permission from the board to advertise for the clerk's position in the assessor's office. I'm not sure if that's gonna be the title of it, but, I've got to check because the personnel department, that's what we called it, but the personnel department has their own ideas about that, and we have to go along with them. But to hire somebody to do what Danielle was doing in the assessor's office.
Is that, what is that, like full-time, part-time?
Well, they're gonna advertise it as full-time because it's, 40-hour week.
For clerk?
Yeah. So I need to go to the board on that,
They consider that full-time?
That's what
well, they're gonna consider it full-time, yeah, for the training period.
What's the training period, but what follows that?
Well, it depends if,
Is there enough work to keep someone busy?
Yeah.
40 hours a week?
yeah. Should be plenty. And what it does is allow, the person to to get access to those classes that they can't get unless they're part of it. And
Right.
so I need a motion from somebody.
I'll make a motion to accept you granting permission for that.
I'll second it.
And a vote, please. Ronnie?
Yes.
Jeannie?
Yes.
Herb?
Yes.
Larry?
Yes.
Joey?
Yes.
Old Home Days is the next thing on your agenda. They want, of course, whatever they can get in there for floats and that kind of thing. Fred, I don't know, did they send you a paper so you can put in if you're gonna put something in the parade? Okay, I can include it on here if you're sure you're gonna put some, one truck. Okay. Put that on here someplace. And it's gonna be Fred himself, and
Yeah.
And also, we usually put something in with the town board. How many we got gonna ride in it or can ride in it? It's, what's it, 23rd, right?
Yes.
It's 23rd, it starts at, let me just, I got it right here. The parade will be Sunday, June 23rd. Lineup time will be from 9 to 10:50 a.m. Parade starts at 11 sharp. We're asking each organization to be kind enough to participate. I hope this will be the biggest parade ever. So that's the, so how many board members can ride? That'll depend on if we gotta get a different vehicle, if we got enough room, or whatever.
I'll be out of town that weekend.
You're out of town. You're going,
All right with you.
Right.
You got it on?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to make it.
okay, then you can make it, so 4 of us. I hope it's nice out. We'll take the top off my Jeep again if there's only 4 of us. We can try that, so I'll put the sound that in. And that way we don't have to borrow a vehicle. Unless somebody's got a convertible or something. We can do. Okay. I'll take care of that. Clinton County Treasurer's Office, it says enclosed, please find a check number 57870 in the amount of $8,958.30. This check represents your town's portion of mortgage tax distribution for the period October 1st to March 31st. Just to let you know, that's revenue coming in. And then we got another one, when Carol turned in her books, we get 188 for second notice fees, also coming in from the health department, or from the treasurer's office. Probably are sick, we lost that.
I got this is yours.
Okay. That's just informational. Secretary to Supervisor position, we've got a lot of applications. We've got, of course, the sooner we get someone in there, the better, because we've got a lot, we get left behind more every day that we're not caught up here. But I tried to get someone from the temp service. I called Peru and they said it wouldn't work because they have to be trained on the system we had and no one was. And they had one fill out and they said it didn't work very well for them. And then I called the software guy and he told me, well, let's see what other towns have someone. And the lady, Susan Patno from Shazy, was nice enough to come up a couple of days and help get straightened out somewhat. And then John came up and she ran into trouble with the computer and John got it going. And John did the bills, put them in and got everything straightened out for today. So I appreciated that. I appreciated her very much also. She took a lot of pressure off when it was touch and go there for a while about whether we're gonna be able to do it or not do it there. So I didn't end up hiring somebody like that. Susan came up, she didn't want to take any money for it. I got her time and mileage written down. I didn't put it in this time. I went and talked to the board. I didn't expect her to come for nothing. I thought maybe if we paid her by the hour and her mileage, it would be appropriate. I guess I need a motion from the board to do that.
I'll make a motion that we pay her.
Oh, sorry.
And a vote, please. Jeannie?
Yes.
Herb?
Yes.
Ron?
Yes.
Joey?
Yes.
Larry?
Yes. In the meantime, John looks like he can handle what we're doing now, and he's been a big help. He also found some things that the auditors were looking for. And I polled the board today to find out if we could pay John mileage. His assessor's spot was cut in half, and that's not going, when he hired the other person there. And so that money that was his is still sitting there. So I just wanted to go on the record that the board decided to give John mileage to help us out until we get somebody hired.
Do we need a resolution for that, or just,
Well, we already voted on it, I would just make it a note in
okay,
there.
oh, okay, just note here.
Yeah.
Okay. This is from John's salary.
And like I said, I've got an awful pile of people that have applied already. I would like to get somebody in place as soon as possible, but yet I wanna give it enough thought so that we're getting what we need out of it. I was hoping to have a special board meeting maybe Thursday night to go through maybe interviews or with some. Obviously, you can't interview everybody in there. I'll have some people go through the list and try to narrow it down to the top 3 or 4, and we'll go from there. I don't know if Thursday's too soon or not. I'll shoot for that if I can get it done. Thursday sound,
Sure, just
For you
let
guys.
us know.
so we gotta have it, well, we do it the same way we did before, advertise it.
7 o'clock.
Yeah, 7 o'clock Thursday. And that'll be just to go through these and maybe do some interviews if we're that far along. If not Friday, I would like to have somebody early in the week, next week, hired to do this, so we can get ourselves straightened out here. I guess I need a vote of the board to have that special meeting.
You need a motion?
Yeah, I need a motion to have the special meeting on Thursday at 7.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
And a vote, please. Jeannie?
Yes.
Joey?
Yes.
Herb?
Yes.
Ronnie?
Yes.
Larry?
Yes. The sidewalks, I talked to, I got a quote from one, I forget here. I got a quote from 2 different contractors. I had put in for more, but that's the only ones I got back. The one that, that's the best price for us was A to Z, the same one we hired last year. Now, what I did is I figured this in without, with him doing the complete work, the restoring it and all, because Fred's had gotten behind there on that. He's got to do his other stuff first, so, and I didn't want to leave it down this end, you know, with a path beside it or everything. So, I'd like permission to hire A to Z contractors at $18.50 a foot. That'll do 865 feet, that'll finish down through there, and then if you want, to get back to me, whether you wanna go to Starks Road and back up that way to finish that whole side, or if you wanna come on this side and do some. That's up to the board to let me know what you wanna do from there. I'll measure that again down through there to see how much that is and see how much we can do somewhere else.
You need a motion,
Yeah, need a motion.
I'll make a motion that we allow A to Z, is it?
Yeah, A to Z.
And,
I'll second it.
Sidewalk work.
And a vote, please. Joey?
Yes.
Jeannie?
Yes.
Herb?
Yes.
Larry?
Yes.
Ronnie?
Yes.
I told him not to tear it up, well, for all home days, so
Right.
wait till after that. And also, by doing it himself, he'll tear up what he can fix back up, and it won't be torn up as long, but it's hard for them to coordinate how much he needed to do at once. The park, they need something, we talked about that last time, they need something to do the fields, they have nothing. The rate the grass grows, you can't take it's a big job to take the big mower off that
Right.
tractor, and it doesn't do that great a job because it's heavy. I took my four-wheeler down and let him try it, because the thing that we were looking at had the same size motor, and mine did it very easily, so. I need permission of the board to, we have 3 quotes in there, and that seemed to be the best fit for us, was a side-by-side from Roberts Sports Center and from Saranac. And costs not to exceed $5,000. It's a used one, unless somebody decides they wanna go out for a new one, but for what we're only using it, you know, to do fields.
Yeah.
I would think it would, you know. So I need a motion for that.
I'll make a motion. I'll second it.
And cost not to exceed what?
5,000. They're almost triple that for a new one, so.
Do we get like some type of warranty with that?
I haven't, I don't know if, we'll at least be able to try it anyways, and see what it's like. Anybody wants to go with me they're supposed to call me, and they thought maybe Tuesday they'd have everything ready. But I won't be able to go Tuesday. Probably be Thursday before I can get there.
Is it awful old, Larry, or what?
What's that?
That mower old? Got a lot of time on it?
This one, no, if it's the one I think it is up there, I think it belonged to his father, he's an older fellow, but I'm gonna check it over carefully first, and if it isn't something that looks like what we want, we won't get it. Okay, we need a vote, did you get a motion?
We got the motion, we need the vote, okay?
For a second.
We got, yes,
Yeah,
we got the
vote.
first and second, we need the
Yeah.
vote. Okay, Jeannie?
Yes.
Herb?
Yes.
Ronnie?
Yes.
Larry?
Yes.
Joey?
Yes.
Okay, next thing on there is highway, we need to go out to bid for sand, 5,000 yards of sand.
4,000
Or 4,000, I'm sorry, I wrote this before I talked to you, I guess that was, last year's was 5. 4,000 yards of sand. And we need a motion to go out to bid.
I'll make a motion to go out to bid for this. I'll second it.
Hope we don't need any of it.
Yeah, I know, right? This is a mountain of it sitting there.
And a vote, please. Larry?
Yes.
Jeannie?
Yes.
Herb?
Yes.
Ronnie?
Yes.
Joey?
Yes.
MBT Lattimore said, Fred, he wants to meet with you about that replacement cost, so if you can get with him.
Okay, was he supposed to call me?
He thought you were gonna call him, so,
I thought he was gonna call me. I'll give him a call.
okay, we'll get with him and try to get that wrapped up. And I wanna make sure that new trailer's on there
Yeah,
covered.
that should go in there.
Yeah. One other thing, don't forget to do your calendars, the calendars, because we're into that month, so that you don't have to wait the last minute and then forget what you did. I did that before. We have a map here that's, this time we're enclosing a copy of the town's map and asks that any changes or updates be inscribed and highlighted on said map and returned to the department within 30 days for incorporation into a new map. Availability of space will be limiting factor in determining the final draft of the new map. Okay, so this is our town map that they want. If anybody can find any corrections or stuff, I can get it in, get it to him.
Clinton County Highway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then,
Don't be allowed to have magnifying glass.
I know, right? I got these, but I need binoculars beside them.
Yeah, I guess I gotta go to the tripod, because people aren't doing it.
Put something on your desk there for the Adirondack Action Group. About the butterfly, you can read that. Okay. Everybody see that already? Didn't waste too much ink on it, did you? We need to change the one down by the, where they took that road out, huh? That's gotta be deleted if it's on there.
Powerhouse.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Butternut,
Butternut Way.
We'll have to get rid of that. No, that's not town, yeah, that's private.
It's Westwood Road on
I don't know, I didn't study it yet, we couldn't see it in there.
there. Yeah. Just have to tell them. Shake my hand. I'll take this one.
Yeah, I know where it is.
Anything to change on there? Which one?
They don't have it.
Oh, they took it out already?
They already took it out.
Okay, that's good. Ellen and Karen, I'll have to look at it tomorrow, see if we can come up with any changes.
Westwood.
I went to a course, while you're looking at that, I went to a course the other day, or a presentation about a week ago on the meth lab cleanup thing. And I was surprised to find that the government comes in and does a major cleanup, but there's nothing in place that says that, where somebody will come to a house and say, all right, it's been in that house, it needs to be cleaned before anybody will go back in there. There's nothing that tells it. To me, they should tell the codes guy, nothing happened in that house, that's fine, you can go in it, or this one had a lot in there, so make sure that that is cleaned by a professional and checked. There's nothing in place for that, and I think that's crazy, because if kids go in there, they can get hooked on that stuff without even knowing it, and they can get sick from that. I don't know if that's, I made the suggestion, but whether or not they include that, I don't know how anybody would know one way or the other, whether it's been cleaned. You know, when you see them on the TV, the ones they just walked away and said, oh wow, kind of thing. So if they let kids back in there, I think that's dangerous for people, or even pets, I guess it's dangerous for. I didn't realize it.
You talking about paint stuff like?
Well, they have, sometimes they gotta take the walls out, and I don't know, there's all kinds of stuff they have to do. And sometimes they didn't even hurt the house, maybe they were out, they did it out back or whatever, you know, so it's, so far you know, if you read that book, that's not very good reading.
No, I know.
And it's hard to get anything out of that book. The major cleanup that the government does, but I think there should be a link in there to tell us whether, are we concerned about it, or do we not have to be concerned about it? I think we do, to protect our people, but, is getting them to do that, so that people will know one way or the other if there's something wrong or not. That's the next step, and the government's gonna have to come up with that, I think. All I can do is suggest, whether or not they'll do it, or I don't know. Just to let you know, I went to that supervisor's report.
Yes.
Yep. So your motion on the supervisor.
I'll make a motion to accept the supervisor report.
I'll second it.
And a vote, please. Ronnie?
Yes.
Joey?
Yes.
Herb?
Yes.
Larry?
Yes,
Jeannie?
Yes.
and the bills this time, there's 2 of them to sign.
Yeah. If you will look at your bills, the second from the last page, there's one total there. And then on the last one, there's some additions that had to be void and a correction and an addition. So there's 2 separate totals, so we need to sign, don't sign anything on there, but we'll sign these so that both those sheets they have authorized to pay those bills.
I didn't remember seeing Randy's in there, so I would.
Yeah.
Did you sign that second sheet, Herb?
Oh, yeah, no, I'm sure.
I can sit in the corner.
I just gotta watch it in the big one.
I like taking it.
And we didn't get a motion in a second on the bills.
And
I'll
those-
make motion for the bills.
In a second, please.
I'll make that. I'll second it.
And a vote, pay the bills. Ronnie?
Yes.
Joey?
Yes.
Herb?
Yes.
Jeannie? Yes. Larry?
Yes. Got quite a few people, somebody got something to do for them.
I do, I have some.
Okay, anybody else?
Pertains to the park and also stop signs. And also a no dumping sign. The town taxpayers bought and paid for a stop sign and no dumping sign. And it was very unprofessionally put up. The stop sign continuously falls down. I have been here over that issue. When the sign falls down, it ends up getting scratched up. So the town goes back and they stand it back up, they pile rocks around the sign, it continuously falls down. I feel it's a possible lawsuit for the taxpayers just waiting to happen. It's possible. And you gotta see, they have a stop sign nailed to a tree, and that no dumping sign is just lying right in the ground. It costs us taxpayers money for those signs. I would like, and I would not have to like I don't wanna come back here again for the same issues. I just like to see the signs put up professionally, and the town can't do it, hire somebody, hire a contractor, come in, drill holes, set them up professionally, and I won't be here complaining about that issue again. And getting back to the park, there's safety concerns up there at the park. I know you got started on it, I appreciate that. However, 20 feet from the area in which you're working is PlayStation for children. And they do play in that area, and we gotta get that, I'd like to see that area finished up. You've been working on it for a long time, you know, I don't wanna have to come back here and keep complaining to you guys over these safety violations, you know? Some child's gonna get hurt, some visitor coming to Altona could possibly get hurt. Do you think you guys can get these little tasks done the right way, in a timely manner? You know, you gotta get it done.
Okay, thank you.
Excuse me, could I talk to Fred?
Yep, I'm gonna adjourn the meeting, you can talk to him.
Okay, good.
Uh,
Okay.
a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion. I'll second.
And a vote, please. Larry?
Yes.
Jeannie?
Yes.
Herb?
Yes.
Ronnie?
Yes.
Joey?
Yes.
Okay, thanks folks for coming.